Hello and welcome to Longship Gaming. Today we're playing some Marvel Champions. It's going to be Storm versus Sandman. So Sandman's trying to fill the city with lots of, well, sand. And Storm just happens to be in Manhattan that day and has decided to try and wash all of it away with a rainstorm. Or just create lots of horrible mud, which is worse. I don't know. Probably a mudslide. A living mudslide. That's kind of gross. But so be it. She's got to try and save the people of Manhattan from the menace that is Sandman. So I went looking on the Marvel Champions database, found a relatively recent aggression Storm deck that I thought looked like fun. So for our aggression cards, we have for our sole aggression ally, we have Psylocke. For our events, we have 3 copies of Dive Bomb, 3 copies of Plan of Attack, Martial Prowess to help to pay for those aggressive events. Hone Technique to boost the damage. 2 copies of Assault Train to get our aggressive cards back. And 2 copies of Aggressive Energy. For our basic cards, we have Forge. If you're playing X-Men, never leave home without Forge. And of course, also Professor X. So not a very ally-heavy deck. 3 copies of Assess the Situation for our events. For upgrades, we have Endurance, Honorary X-Men, Def Focus, Crew Quarters for our support, X-Jet, and Weapon X for our supports along with X-Mansion. And our only other resource card is Genius, so it's a bit different for this one. It's a very aggro deck, to say the least. So we're playing an expert, of course, so Sandman comes in on stage 2. He has 18 health to start. When revealed, resolve the Surging Sands ability on city streets. So that's the environment that's out. So we have 5 sand tokens on, or sand counters on city streets. So when we come back after shuffling, I will discard the top 5 cards from the deck like it asked for. He's got a scheme of 1, an attack of 3, and all of his damage is indirect damage. And if our identity takes any amount of damage from that attack, we resolve Surging Sands. So he's going to cut through his deck pretty quick. So, Hapless Pedestrians, after an acceleration token is placed on the scheme, deal 3 indirect damage to the first player. And City Streets, as a special, place 1 sand counter here and then discard cards from the top of the encounter deck, equal to the number of sand counters here. Exhaust a character you control, remove sand counters from here equal to that character's attack. Limit once per round per player. So we got to keep the sand under control, so just got to keep washing it away. Or just try and outrace Sandman. So, for Aurora Monroe, otherwise known as Storm, she has 10 health. She has 3 recovery on her alter ego side, and of course she starts with her weather deck. I feel a storm coming, set up, choose a support from the weather deck and put it into play. And on her hero side, pardon me, we have a 1 thwart, 2 attack, 1 defense, which is kind of weak. Weather control, swap your weather support in play with a support of your choice from the weather deck and resolve the special ability on the weather support. So her weather deck, of course, has Hurricane. Each character gains Retaliate 1. Special, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Thunderstorm. Each character gets +1 attack. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Blizzard. Each character gets -1 attack. Choose a non-elite minion until the end of the round. Treat that minion's text box as if it were blank, except for traits. And Clear Skies, each character gains Stalwart and draw a card. So we will get shoveled up and be right back with our starting 6-card hand, and we'll see if Storm can wash away all that pesky Sandman sand. Alright, we're back. We're shoveled up and ready to go. First thing we're going to do is, of course, discard the top 5 cards from the encounter deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Claustrophobia, Now or Never, Sand Clone, Caught Off Guard. Okay. And we'll draw our 6. So I have Flash Freeze, Blast of Wind, Storm's Crown, Endurance, and Flash Freeze. Wow. I shuffled this very vigorously, but apparently not vigorously enough. Okay. Let's see. We definitely don't need 2 Flash Freezes. I don't think we're going to be doing both Blasts of Wind. Storm's Crown's going to be pretty good for us. And Endurance. So it kind of pains me. I don't really want to get rid of both Blasts of Wind, but I don't really see much of a choice here. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of both Blasts of Wind. So X-Mansion, Genius, and Assault Training. Okay. So what do we want to start in? Does it really matter? If you want to be able to use Flash Freeze doesn't really matter because there's no minions out. So we don't necessarily need to have that one. Let's start on Clear Skies. We're going to put out a crown. Not X-Mansion, would rather have Endurance. Assault Training, we don't have any aggression cards yet, or events yet. Well, who knows, might get another, well, let's just do that. I mean, I think it's good to just start to set up right away. Okay, so we're up to 13 health. We're going to flip over. Then we're going to flip to Hurricane. So that gets 2 threat off the main scheme. Then we are going to remove sand counters. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make some room for ourselves here. Okay. So, Torrential Rain, Lightning Bolt, Aurora's Garden, Assess Situation, and Dive Bomb. Okay. We don't have Aerial yet. So, threat goes on. Sandman's going to attack. He's attacking. Nothing we can really do about that. 1 defense is not really going to help us that much. So, we're going to get attacked for 3. Five. So we're down to 8. That's going to trigger Surging Sands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Under Fire, Panic in the Streets, Advance, Common Criminal, and Master Plan. And Shadows of the Past. Okay. Encounter card. Loose Ends. Search the encounter deck, discard piles to the side area, and looking for obligation. Then reveal it. During that reveal, if you change alter ego form, discard one random card from your hand. Okay. So we have to look for Claustrophobia. There it is. Okay. So that forces us to flip and exhaust to get rid of Claustrophobia. And we have to discard one random card. Okay. I mean, that could have been a lot worse. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Not something we were really planning on doing anyway. Okay. So. We know that we're not going to be playing Dive Bomb this turn because we're not yet flying. So we're going to put out Aurora's Garden. Oh, Sandman took one in retaliation. Since he doesn't scheme very well, I think we're actually just going to stay in Alter Ego this turn. And we're going to hang on Torrential Rain and Cess. We're going to heal for 2. Assault Training. It's an Alter Ego action. I mean, don't really need to put, well, we might as well, we have a chance. We'll put Dive Bomb back into our deck. Going to hold on to these. Oh no, we're going to play Assess the Situation and hold on to Torrential Rain. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, Torrential Rain, X-Jet, Crew Quarters, Hone Technique. That's really good for us. Assault Training, Psylocke, and Torrential Rain. Okay. That's set up, so. Okay. He's going to scheme. Alright, one threat goes on, he's going to scheme for 1. Now he has, when you deal any mana damage to Sandman, discard Sand form, instead resolve Surging Sands. So that's not great. But so be it. But it did only put 1 threat on the scheme. Encounter card, Surge. When revealed, you may change form. If you're in hero form, place 2 threat on the main scheme. If you are in alter ego form, you cannot change form during next turn. Okay. So, we are then going to have to change form. You cannot change form during your next turn. Yeah, that is a tough one. Because we could set up Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. We're gonna stay. That allows us to do a lot of setup. So we're going to heal. Get back up to full. I think we definitely need let's see. I want to keep a torrential rain. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to keep hone technique as well to put out Psylocke. So she comes in with 2 counters. Okay, so as an interrupt, she is going to discard one of these to do 1 damage to Sandman, which is going to knock off Sand Form, which is going to trigger Surging Sands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is fine. And then he's going to take 1 damage and become confused. Yeah, we're going to hang on to these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so there's our cape and hone technique. Torrential rain is going to be good for us as well. Hone technique is really important for us. Okay. So back to him. 1 goes on, he's confused. Encounter card. X is equal number of sand counters. Alright, so there's a sand clone. Attack of 5, that's nasty. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We have no aggression attacks. The cape's important for us to get dive bomb, but hone technique is also important. We could yet again stay in this form for now. So let's get hone technique out while we can. We're going to have Psylocke do 2 damage to Sandman, confusing him again. We're going to hang on to the cape. We're not going to hang on to lightning bolt for now. We don't need to heal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cape, assess situation, Professor X, Weather Goddess, Honorary X-Man. Martial prowess. Wow. A lot more setup. Kind of makes you think. But I don't think we can stay for another turn. Okay. So one threat goes on. Sandman's confused. Another threat goes on. We're really pushing it here. Now it's at 6. And a counter card. Title sentence. Unrevealed, place X additional threat here where X is equal to the number of sand counters on city streets. So that's, woof, that's 7. And now it's accelerating. Okay, so we cannot afford to stay like this any longer. Good thing we have a lot of resources. Not a lot of attacks, but okay. So, we don't need to heal. We're going to flip over and go to Hurricane. So we're going to get 2 off of here. Then we can we're going to use Weather Goddess to switch to Thunderstorm. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. So I think that's going to be 2 to the Sand Clone. Then we'll have Psylocke take out Sand Clone, which is going to trigger Shifting Sands. So 6 cards go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're going to hang on to the cape, I think. So we need Xavier to come out. We're going to confuse him again. We're going to thwart for 3. And then we're going to get 3 off of Shifting Sands because our attack is +1 right now. Okay. One, two, three, 4. Oh, no, that's all 3 go. Cape, Weather Goddess, Weapon X, Plan of Attack. Wow. It's amazing we really haven't seen that many attacks here yet. Okay. Use ones here that we don't. Okay. So scheme goes on. It's going to attack. Professor X getting away. So, sand form again. Counter card. Sand Smash. He attacks with +1. Ugh. Good thing we're at full health. Attacking for 3. 4, 5. Down to 8. That's going to trigger this. 4 cards go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Do we need to heal? No, because we have our garden. Are we going to thwart? What do we want to do here? We know we have a lot of attack cards. I think getting our cape out now is going to be important. Oh, hold on, let's keep. Let's roll this back a second. Okay. So we do have a resource available through our crown. So, crown, plan of attack, one of our weather goddesses to bring out the cape. We are going to get 3 off of city streets. Then we're going to flip to hurricane, get 2 off of here. That stands us back up again. We're going to hang on to weapon X. They're going to thwart. And we're going to flip down. Oh yeah, to do that. And then we're going to use Aurora's Garden to heal. Back to 10. We're going to hang on to weapon X. Now hopefully here comes the turns when I can do significant damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So weapon X, dive bomb, aggressive energy, plan of attack, dive bomb. Wow. So that's be a lot of damage soon. Okay. So, one threat goes on. He's confused. But this is going to be our last card. Sand Smash. Resolve surging sands on city streets. Okay, so one goes on. Now that's going to cause 2 to get discarded, and it's going to surge. Okay. And then this also happens, and we take 3 damage. Okay, so first thing's going to happen are 2 are going to get discarded, and then it surges into reveal. Place 2 sand counters on city streets and resolve it if at least 1 Sandman card was discarded this way. You're stunned. Oof. Okay. So 2, then another 1, and then resolve it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any Sandman cards? Yes. So we are stunned, which is not great for us. I think we can deal with it. Okay, so we're going to heal. We need sand form to go away. So we're going to flip over. We're going to get rid of our stun. We're going to change to thunderstorm. So it's going to knock this off. It's going to do this. And 6 go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, after you resolve, so hero response. We can stand up because we triggered the special off of that. So that's good for us. Okay, excellent. Pay for the event using that resource. Okay. So it's expensive, but I think it's probably worth doing it. So how much damage is this actually going to do? Seven, 11, I'm at 3. Okay. So we're going to hit Sandman for 3. Then we're going to honed technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 additional damage. So this is going to be, well, it's a bit of overkill. It's 12 damage. So, so that's 11 damage from dive bomb, 12 damage. So that flips Sandman. Place 1 counter and resolve it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. He's at 19 health. Okay. We're going to keep both these dive bombs. In fact, we're going to get the other dive bomb back into our deck. We just have to weather attacks for 2 turns. One, 2, 3. So dive bomb, assess, forge, dive bomb, dive bomb. Okay. So, 3. Go on Apple's Pedestrians. He's going to attack for 3. Just trying to think here. We want to be able to stand up and attack twice. Do we just... Because on the next turn, we can do 6 damage down to 13. Do 11. Yeah, I think if things go well, we can actually win on the next turn. So I think we're going to, YOLO it. Okay. So he's going to attack for 3. Just 3. It's going to do this. So that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Counter card. Master Plan, put 4 threat on a side scheme. That really does not bother us that much. Okay. So, I think now we just actually win if my math is correct. So, it'll be an attack of 3. So he's down to 16. Already on Thunderstorm, but it says that you can swap it with a support of your choice. So we're just going to swap to Thunderstorm. I think that's how this is going to... Oh no, it does say swap. So I'm thinking I may have to do as much as I can this turn, then flip down the next. Okay, so I have to do that. So I'm going to do attack of 3. I'm going to swap to Hurricane to get 2 off of here. Which will stand me back up again. Now I'm only going to do... Yeah, I don't want to hurt myself that much. Okay. So we're going to... 1, 2, 3, 4. To do Dive Bomb again. So it does another 11, so he's down to 5. We're going to thwart. And then we're going to flip down and heal ourselves for 2. And hold on to our last Dive Bomb. Hopefully this works out. 1, 2. 3. Oh yeah, I should have taken 1 from Retaliate. So we have Dive Bomb, Plan of Attack, Death Focus, Crew Quarters, Flash Freeze, Blast of Wind. Okay. So 3 goes on here. He's going to scheme for 1. Schemes for 4. Uh-oh. That puts him at 8. Oh dear. That was probably the worst possible one. He's going to accelerate. We take 3. Down to 4. It's just... Shuffle up good. Okay. So, 1 more goes on here. Looking very untidy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First encounter card. Sand Clone. Fine. Next one. Culling in favors. Schemes with plus... Oh my god. Oh wait. Rhino schemes with plus... If Rhino's not in play... Oh, okay. Rhino schemes with plus... 2 scheme. If Rhino was not in play, search the encounter deck and discard a pile for the Rhino minion and put him into play engaged with you. Oh... I quite nearly had a heart attack from that. Wow. Okay. That was something. That was terrifying. Luckily, neither of these have guard, so we can heal ourselves for 2. Woof. We're going to flip over. We're going to switch to deal 2 damage to an enemy. And you know what? We could do it with Dive Bomb, but we're attack plus 3 anyway. So, yeah. No, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go out in style. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 for Dive Bomb, doing a ridiculous another 11 points of damage. But my goodness, that was really close. I had to make that. I had to make a choice there because I might not have survived getting hit. So I had to flip down on that turn, and I'm just really lucky that he didn't scheme out. But getting the Rhino there and scheming for 4 was that was pretty scary, to say the least. Because 4, 8, yeah, woof. And luckily, both Rhino and Sand Clone couldn't do anything. So Sandman tried to, he tried to call in a favor the last second to try and save himself with Rhino and spitting out a Sand Clone, but ultimately it didn't work. And Storm, at the very last possible second, is able to defeat Sandman. That was quite the game. There was a real 50-50 there as to whether or not I was gonna win it or not. But whew, that was brutal. Okay, but it was a lot of fun, and I think Sandman's one of the more interesting heroes. I really like the not City in Chaos so much, but the other one. Here, I'll get it in a second. Down to Earth. I really like Down to Earth as a side. I think there needs to be more like that add complications that are based not just on more villains trying to beat you up, but more stuff to do with alter ego. I think would be a lot of fun. But anyway, so that's it. Storm is able to wash away all that pesky sand, sending a mud man down into the sewers in New York City. So, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching Longship Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will really help the channel to grow and improve. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when more Longship Gaming content goes live. Until next time, happy gaming.